Right then, hello and welcome back to the channel. Now we've got the first rebuild of FIFA 22 to go, and as you've all seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what we're doing today. That is Antonio Conte at Spurs. Now he's come back to the Premier League. He's most likely going to bring in his 5 at the back. We know he's going to be good at that. And are Spurs finally going to win a trophy? Well, if you are a Spurs fan, I guess here we are going to find out how that's going to go. But if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Give the video a like. We'll push it further in the algorithm if you do enjoy it, of course. But now let's get into the rules of how I do my rebuilds. So the ultimate goal then is to win the Champions League. All games will be simulated except the Champions League final, which I will play live with some live commentary. And the rebuild ends as soon as we win the Champions League, whether or not we've won any other competition. So now let's go and get a start on rebuilding this Spurs squad. Conte's had one go in London at Chelsea, but now it is time for a go at Spurs. So here is how Antonio Conte is probably going to line up Spurs. Now what is really going to happen is we are going to change this drastically before the start of the Premier League season if we can. Harry Kane is going to go. Tottenham are just worse with him these days. It's time to go. And we're going to probably get rid of some Eric Dyer, maybe another centre back, but the bench isn't too bad, I suppose. We've got a lot of youth that can get loaned out, and then we've got a lot of players that I want to bring in, really. Conte needs to switch up this defence and make it solid as fast as possible, so he's got that chance now. Let's get into the transfers. And the biggest sale that we start with, then we may as well get this one done and out of the way. Pep Guardiola comes and sits down and asks us about Harry Kane. It takes a bit of wheeling and dealing, but we do manage to get 140 million out of City, and Harry Kane heads off to Manchester. Now that is some money we will be reinvesting into the squad. Eric Dyer out the door for 15.5 million to Italy. I believe that is Atalanta he's gone to. Next up, we have a player swap with Bayer Leverkusen. In the fact they want Ben Davis and they want to give us Kosanu, centre back, 74 rated, quite young, and I am quite happy to do it. Kosanu comes in and Ben Davis goes out. Now after the Harry Kane sale, we were left with about 200 million, and I'm looking to first spend that on a centre back, and we're going to go with Pau Torres. Unai Emery is striking a hard bargain with 61.7 mil, but we're going to go for it and see if we can get him then in on a good wage. And he comes in for 65 grand a week for 4 years. That's a pretty good deal. Something I can realistically see Antonio Conte doing is raiding his former club Inter Milan for some players, and it's looking like it's going to cost us close to 100 million to get in Lautaro Martinez up front, but with Harry Kane gone, we need him. We agreed to it, and for nearly 100 grand a week on a 5-year contract, and Lautaro Martinez does join Spurs, and he will slot in next to Son up front. And for our final signing, then I do bring in someone who I thought, realistically, in real life, it was going to happen this summer anyway, and that is Ruben Neves for 60 mil. And then on a 4-year contract, we do bring him in. And here is a look then at the squad once all the signings have been made. You've got Martinez up top, Neves is in the back, so is Torres, and Tanganga, who I changed to a centre-back, went up by 4 overalls. We managed to not get any loan offers at all, so all the young players are still here. They're not going to get any game time, and I feel bad. You've seen all the transfers. It's now time to see how this team does at the halfway point of the season. And here we are then halfway through the league season. We are sitting in 7th with 33 points, 1 point behind Arsenal and 3 points behind West Ham, but a good 10 points behind Chelsea, which is worrying. 10 points behind Chelsea when really I wanted Champions League football is quite far back, but at the minimum I'm taking Europa League football, so we need to be getting 5th this season at the very least. And seeing as we are in the Europa Conference League, we may as well have a look at how that's gone. The group stages, smashed it. 5 wins, 1 draw, straight through. So next round, we should be winning this competition as well, plus maybe a Carabao Cup. But the main focus is, of course, getting 5th in the league. So let's go and find out how we do. So we haven't really improved too much. We have gone up 1 place, and we did actually make a bit of a gap to 7th in Arsenal, which is 65, and we were just behind West Ham there. If we'd won a few more games towards the end of the season, we probably would have gone above them, but we were still 12 points off 4th. Chelsea and Liverpool were well away from winning the title. So in the FA Cup, I believe we went out 2 eventual winners there. Man City, we went out on penalties in the round 6, so the quarterfinals. In the Carabao Cup, I will say we did lose the final. We lost it on penalties again. We lost it 4-3 to Liverpool. In the Europa Conference League, I would like to have won this, but actually Vitesse are in the final against Slavia Prague. We went out to them 4-3 on aggregate in the semis, despite playing them in the group stages and beating them. But if we go into the squad and just see how people actually performed, our most games was obviously Lloris, but then our most goals was Lautaro Martinez quite easily with 31, Son then striker next to him 26, and Ndombele doing well, so I'm going to keep him of course. And then Neves, Emerson, Bergwijn, people contributing as they should. Assist-wise, as you can see there, Neves, great to see our new signing doing so well, and Ndombele as well, Son, Martinez, Reguilon, and Emerson, my wing-backs, are people I want to be getting assists and are. But we do need to improve that centre-back position. I do want to improve the second team as well, so we will be making signings. So let's get into that season 2. So now I've sort of made a bit of a mistake when it comes to the squad. I let Ramiro's loan run out and forgot that I need to actually, you know, trigger the buy clause. So now I need 2 centre-backs to come in, and I'm thinking what we're going to do is I'm just going to get in some young ones. I haven't got the cash. I've only got 100 mil. I have not got the cash when I really need to fix the backup team. I just haven't got it. When I've got all these players here, some need to go out on loan, some will be going out on loan, some need to be sold. I will be bringing in some signings now, so let's go and see them. And to start then, we did loan out a few people during the season, at the end of last season. So Divine, Bennett, Fagan, Walcott and Pakowski are all gone out on loan, and we do manage to get 1 loan. Kionete does go out to Real Oviedo for a year, and finally on the loans we got Harvey White out for a year to AZ Alkmaar. And then the first transfer out is Harry Winks this time. Villarreal seem to want him, so I asked for 18. They say they'll pay 18 and out he goes to Spain. Next up to go out the door permanently is Cameron Carter Vickers. Celta Vigo want him. I've offered 6 million. They accept that and out he goes. And the first player then I tried to sign without making any sales so was Maxence Lacroix at the back. We know how fast he is. We know how good he is growth wise. And then he asked for 58k a week. We will accept 58k a week, and in comes Maxence Lacroix. We love to see it. Next up then is a backup striker, and this one does have a good bit of potential. Dusan Vlahovic from Fiorentina. I'll offer around 35 million, and they do accept that, so we'll take it nicely done. Plus, luckily for us, he doesn't take too much of a chunk out of our wage budget, and we get Dusan in. And I mentioned I wanted a backup keeper. Now Diogo Costa from Porto had a release clause of 22 million. I decided to pay that. He's happy with 40k a week, and in he comes. I'm stretching the budget as far as I possibly can right now. I'm going in for one final centre back as Tanganga has hit his peak, unfortunately. So we're looking to bring in Fikayo Tomori. And after a bit of negotiating, we do agree on 45 mil. And here is the squad then for season 2. You've got quite a few people on international duty as we are just out of the transfer window. But now it's Tomori, Lacroix and Torres at the back. And still quite a few people as we did not get many loans. Dane Scarlett and Parrott didn't get loans either. Upsetting, but I'm happy with the depth now. There seems to be a bit better. So if we come out and we just look at the second team, it is a little bit better depth wise, so we should be okay. Hoping for Champions League football and a Europa League win and possibly another cup win this season. And well, halfway through the season, and it looks a lot better than it did last season, might I add. 21 games this time. I don't know whatever way the calendar works, but we are third, not too far off United. It's only 6 points, so 2 points, 2 losses from them, and we're back in it. City as well, only 3 points above us, but we do need to be careful of looking below us. Chelsea, Liverpool, Watford even, Villa, Arsenal, all very close to us. Europa League, I'll show you now. I'll only show you these two. We did absolutely breeze through our group. We don't need to worry about that. We breezed through it, 14 points, top of the group as per. Hopefully we can go further this time. Hopefully we go further in the league. Other cups as well. I would like a trophy at the end of this season, please. So let's go and get one. Right, big last 2 months. Big win against them. That's huge. That is the semi-finals of the Europa League. Leipzig, arguably an easier tie. Can we out of the FA Cup, but we're beating Leverkusen. The PC moves too fast. Are we in the final? We are. Fantastic. Win against West Ham. We'll draw against Liverpool. We'll take it. Win against Burnley. End the season, the league season that is, against Sheffield United with a draw. But we are in the final of the Europa League, so we will sim that before we check anything else. So of course you can see the team there. Højbjerg's out injured. Torres is suspended. Tomori doesn't look like he's played much games. He's -2 for some reason. Things maybe not in the best of shape for this final, but I have been watching and we have been winning in the Premier League, so I think we've got Premier League football, or Champions League football, sorry, next season anyway. But what we'll do is we'll quick sim this and hopefully get ourselves a win. I want a trophy, please. On pens, on penalties. Trust me when I say Spurs bottle nearly every final and every major game they're in. So if we do look at the Premier League, then we have comfortably finished in 4th, and I know it's 4th, but if we look up above, we were 2 points off winning the title. Man City won it by a goal ahead of United and ahead of Liverpool, because they were also all on 79 points. So the Premier League, we're only 2 points off it, 2 points. We drew with Sheffield United on the last day of the season. I've just remembered Sheffield United, who were most likely right down the bottom, of course. We could have won the league on the last day. I can't believe we didn't do it. Can't believe it. We would have been on 79 with them. And goal difference, oh, I would have been so close. But anyway, we'll check the other competitions. In the FA Cup, we did go out to City in the semi-finals 4-3. In the Carabao Cup, then we did lose the finals. This is what I mean about bottling everything. We lost the final to Brentford 3-2, surprisingly to Brentford. And as you saw, we did lose out on the Europa League to Napoli on penalties. In terms of how many people played games, Neves actually played our most games this time, and our most goals were scored by Martinez, and Domble then with 24 is a good return, Son with 22 still a good return, and Neves himself got a great return in 15 before the boys on 5. Then if we look at assists, it's Neves again with 19, he's a fantastic player, Son 11, and Domble 10, Martinez 9, and a few more then. As you can see, we had a decent season, but it's time now to take that next step. We need a couple maybe big signings, and then I think we are there. Champions League football next year, so it's not going to be easy, but let's get to season 3. Now looking at the squad then, there are some places to improve. There is of course centre mid now for season 3, and now we're going to need another centre back as well. We are going to need a big name as well, so we're going to have to go and find one of them. But the rest of the team is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll get some of these young players out eventually, I'm sure, either permanently or on loan. But 2 places, centre mid, centre back, maybe a keeper as well. I think Costa should be able to get there this year. But those 2 right there, and we're going to be fighting for everything. So looking at the loans then, we have got Noel John's gone out, Dane Scarlett's gone out, Jack Clark, they all went out as we went into the transfer window this season. We agreed the deals during the end of last season. Then there's a few here, Americande is another one of them, and there's a few here that were already out for 2 years. But they're the loans to start. We should be able to get some more too. Alfie Devine then is going out on a loan to Reading for a year. We're going to have a loan and a sale here at the moment. So Michael Johnson, a youth keeper, wants to go to Swansea for 2 years. I've accepted that. And then Ete, I'm going to just accept this one here now. Get gone, need some cash. And the first sale we make then is Steven Bergwijn. Realistically, I don't use wingers. I need him gone. It gives me a 40 mil as well to Napoli. Nice and easy bit of cash. Next up out the door then is Joe Rodon. We need to get him gone. Brentford only want to offer 10 million. We'll accept it. I can do with the cash to try and get in my big centre back. Now, on literally the 2nd of July, pretty much the day the transfer window opens, I am going straight in for my first signing, and that is Nico Barella. I need a new centre mid. This man is fantastic. He's going to be very good. And we do get him in on a just under 200k a week, 4-year deal. What an absolute signing that is. And that big centre back I was talking about, the statement signing I wanted to make. And we've gone with Matthias de Ligt, 90 mil from Juventus. They've accepted, and so has he. 4 years, we've got Matthias de Ligt. We're making a push for the Premier League and the Champions League now. And then the final signing I want to make is a keeper, and I'm kind of just trying him out from a Norwich career mode. If you haven't watched that, please do go and give it a chance. It is good. I do enjoy doing it, and season 2 is coming soon. But this is Dogan Elmada from Rennes. And at 20 years old, 75 overall, I feel like he could be a good keeper, so I'm going to give him a shot. So taking a look at the final squad for season 3, and I've got a sneaky feeling this could be it, because as I said at the start, if we get Champions League final, rebuild's over, especially if we win it. So I'll just show you here, 92, 88, 90, 90, 91 and 87. This team is absolutely flying. It's going to be good. Backups are good as well. Costa's going to get better. Almdar's going to get better as well. This could be it. This could be it. So let's go and see how it's doing halfway. And here we are halfway through season 3. We are second again, but this time we're only 3 points behind City, and we are 4 points ahead of Chelsea, and then 6 ahead of Liverpool. It's looking quite good, and I will say we did pretty much breeze through our Champions League group here. We've got Milan in the round of 16 there, so that won't be easy, but we absolutely smashed the group stage. I may as well mention it now, so I don't have to mention it at the end. We went out to the Carabao Cup to Cardiff there. Where are we? There. We went out 1-0 to Cardiff. Can't believe it. But it's time to what I believe is going to be make that run, that final push to the Premier League, and most importantly, the Champions League trophy. So let's go. Okay, so City is not going well, but we were through. Oh my God, we made it through. How did we manage that? Unbelievable. Lost to Leicester. Win. We've got Napoli at home to start us off. Can we beat them? A draw's not too bad. Away leg is important. And we're through for that. Unbelievable. Can we get through? Is that the FA Cup final? Is that the FA Cup semi-final? I don't know, but whatever it is, we've won it. I think it was a final. I think we've won the FA Cup there. We're in the Champions League final against Bayern. As you can see there, we've stopped the league season here. Let's check the league season, see how that went, see our other cups, and then get to that final. So as you can see, and as you know, of course, we have got Bayern in the Champions League final. We will be playing that, and that will probably be the end of the rebuild. If we look at the league, we did finished second, only a few points out of a City. So I think another season or two and we probably would have taken over there. We checked the FA Cup. This is what I think we won. We did. We won it 5-4 on penalties. First trophy under Conte is going to be the FA Cup, and hopefully the next one is the Champions League. But let's waste no more time. It's Champions League final time. Realistically, then may as well give you a quick look at the team and how good they are. Everyone is a 90 nearly, really, except Lacroix and Lloris, who's going down. Costa's still not good enough. Maybe next season he'd be the first choice, but the bench is still good as well. We've got 85s all over it, all 80s. And in here, we've even got 80s that really we could be using. I think Kasanu, we would be better if we used him. Same with Tanganga, if they'd got dynamic potential. But realistically, this team is fantastic. It's well worthy of winning the Champions League. So let's go and let's win it. Well, here we are then at Champions League final. I have absolutely no idea what stadium this is. Someone please tell me in the comments. But this is a massive game. Huge for Tottenham. They were in the Champions League final before once against Liverpool, but this time they want to get their hands on that trophy. Antonio Conte, he is a master. I think he can do it. We've had an absolute great run to the final. Bayern have also had a pretty good run as well, beating Madrid and Man United. But the question is, can Tottenham win the trophy? Let's go and find out. Siala now, good flick over. We've had a bit of a mix-up with De Ligt there. He ran into his own player. It's fallen to Lewandowski. He's chipped it over De Ligt and into the bottom corner. Terrible defending from Tottenham. The stuff you normally see from Man United. Two of our defenders running into each other. This will show the character of this side now. Can they come back from a goal down? Already lost the ball. It's Kovacic now up against Emerson. Well done. De Ligt. Out comes Lloris. Just gets there. Oh, lost the ball. Sane's free. Strike. Goal. Who lost that ball? I think it was Barella. Not good enough. Absolute massive gap for Sane in the middle. And he scores by his second after half an hour. Our Spurs about to bottle another final. It looks like it's possible, but there's always a chance. It's only early yet. Emerson really getting properly forward for probably the first time this half. Now he needs to pick out Son in the middle. Oh, it's good defending. That's close as we've really come. Until Martinez gets this strike off. Oh, just wide. Looks like we will be going into the breakdown as Son takes a touch there. The ref blows the whistle. 2-0 behind at half-time. Conte's really going to have to work some magic in this second half to get them going. Kovacic into Lewandowski, into Sane, back to Lewandowski. Emerson sort of got there, not Emerson, Lacroix. Emerson does clear. Davis now, acres of space. Great save, Lloris. I think a third would probably sink this Spurs team, so we've got to get something, got to get a hold of this game fast. Son won the ball back and off he goes now, looking for Martinez just to pull off, and there we go. Lautaro Martinez to get him back in it. Good save from Neuer. Neves winning the ball back in midfield. Son's going on a run. And he's in behind here. Past Koundé. Only Neuer to beat now. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Heung-min Son gets a goal back on the hour mark. And it's 1 deficit now. What am I saying? It's 2-1 back in it. Reguilón out wide now playing it. What a pass for Son. Unbelievable. Surely it's across to Martinez. Oh my God, that's fantastic. What a ball from Sergio Reguilón to find Son in behind the Bayern defence. They just weren't even ready, and it was 2-2 with 15 minutes to go. I'll show you this replay to show you what I mean. I was trying to send him down the line past Hermoso, but he just sent it right in behind him. Easy as you like. Ball across, and it is now 2-2. Bayern have kept the ball well all game, and it is going to be a struggle to get it back off them in time to score another. And one ball back with about a minute to go. Is there any time to get forward? Martinez into Son. Is he away? Yes, he is. Heung-min Son is away. There's absolute no pace in that back line. And with a minute to go, Heung-min Son wins the Champions League for Spurs. Unbelievable. There's no pace in that Bayern back line. Fantastic. That's the game. And well, there you pretty much have it. The referee blows the whistle straight away. And Spurs do win the Champions League. I thought there was more time left. Turns out the only thing we've got left is the celebrations to see. As Spurs finally get their hands on the big trophy of the Champions League. Something I'm sure Spurs fans are envisaging now that Antonio Conte is actually their manager, is that big Hugo Lloris is finally, as captain of Spurs, going to lift a trophy for the club. Here it is, the Champions League trophy though, as Hugo Lloris lifts it above his head. Will this be a sight to see? Are Spurs going to go far in the Europa Conference League this year? Will they make top 4 this year? Antonio Conte has said himself he's got a big challenge, but that's what he loves to have. He loves a big challenge, Mr. Conte, and I'm sure he's going to do a good job with Spurs. For us, it took 3 seasons. For him, will he be given that time? Will Levy pull the plug if they go through a bad run? Probably. Knowing Daniel Levy, he probably will, and he's only going to give him about £4 and a packet of crisps to try and make some signings in January, so he's not going to have the best of time there. But at least here on FIFA, Spurs fans, you could live the dream. You could see what happens when you're actually given money and when you make good signings. You win the Champions League in 3 seasons. And now that you've seen us win the Champions League, we'll do a final quick check on the stats and stuff of everyone here. You've got the goal scorer, top goal scorer is Lautaro Martinez, obviously, as he always is. 27 in the Prem, 4 in the Champions League, 36 overall. Son not too far behind, and then Ndombele, Neves. Vlahovic did well with his 12 goals overall. It's pretty good, to be fair. Barella got double figures. You like to see it before the wing backs start getting involved. Then on the assists column, it's Neves, 17, and Ndombele, 14. Son, I like to see people get double figures in both. That shows good sign. And Reguilon there with his 10 assists. That's very good. Emerson, pretty poor. But other than that, everyone's done really well. We've had some good development. You saw the squad. You saw how good it was earlier. It's been absolutely fantastic. And there is not much else really to ask for other than a Champions League trophy at the end of it all. But that is it for this rebuild. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have, please do give it a like and then put down in the comments below who you want me to do next. What team? Do you want me to do? Barcelona? Do you want me to do a Newcastle? Maybe even a Leicester? Maybe even a Championship club? Let me know in the comments below who you want to see me do next. Of course, if you are new around here and you made it all this way, please do consider subscribing. If you like these rebuilds, I will probably do them a bit more often than I have done at the moment. Start FIFA 22, I just wanted to get Norwich going. Follow me on Twitter as well. If you want to keep up to date with my life, what videos are coming out, any suggestions you have, you can always DM me on Twitter if you really want to. I don't mind, they're open if you want to chat. But of course, you can also check my community tab. I will put out polls and stuff every now and again. But that's really just me done rambling. I hope you have enjoyed this rebuild. Please, as I said, like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one.